button for a second. There's the button. Hola. Hola.
Wow.
Dustin. How are you? I see you there.
I'm great. How you doing?
Good. Now he sees you. All right. Fantastic. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Yep, we're running late. Why? Because there's too much excitement on all the other calls and it's hard to get over yet. But we're here. And we do recognize that we're running late. So we're still going to give all the new people a chance to say hello. So happy Tuesday. Welcome to RRR247 podcast episode 32. Should have checked that. I think it's 32. Podcast 32. We're rolling now. And there's a lot of great things happening. I hope you guys got your favorite pencil out, sharpen it up, got your favorite pen out, whatever it is. Got a fresh piece of paper on your legal pad or your notebook or your steno pad or whatever you have to take notes, because there is a lot of great things happening. I know Rory's going to drop a lot of good stuff tonight. But we're going to dive right into it. So Tuesday night, you guys, that's the biggest, most important night of the week. Why? All the big announcements, any additions, anytime Rory and Tanya are going to find something to help you make more money, grow your business, go to another country, expand in another one of our offers, write a good page, training on something, launching something new, anything to help you, a product, a service, a tool, an idea, it doesn't matter. It's new. It will be launched on Tuesday night, never any other night of the week, only Tuesday night. So if you're brand new, you want to write that down. Never miss a Tuesday night call. You would hate to, take off for Taco Tuesday for 3 weeks and then hop on the fourth week and hear all of us talking about how much excitement, how much fun about something we launched 3 weeks ago on a Tuesday night that you missed, right? You don't want to be that story. We don't want you to be that story either. So never miss a Tuesday night call. I think we really proved that point a couple of weeks ago. Was that last week? Within the last 2 weeks. And what else happens on Tuesday nights? We get to meet all the brand new people, all the new team members. That is fun as well, right? So if you're brand new, we got a short period of time for this. I'm going to change my name too, huh? Short period of time for this. Whoever got you here, they would love to know that you made it on. Roy and Tandy get to hear your name for the first time. We want to welcome you to the family. So if you're brand new and it's your first Tuesday night, click on the little microphone in the lower left-hand corner or hit the space bar on your keyboard. Say hello, and don't forget to tell us what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call.
Hi, I'm Erica. I am from Round Lake, Illinois.
Illinois is in the house. Welcome, Erica. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Welcome to the team. Glad you made it.
Thank you.
All right, who else is new? Come on. Don't be shy.
Hi,
Hello.
this
Go ahead,
is
Joseph.
Joe Sousa, and I'm from Orem, Utah.
Orem, Utah is in the house. Fantastic. Welcome. Glad you made it. Been there a few times. All right. Fantastic. Anybody else who's brand new? You didn't get a
Hello.
chance. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Paula Counts. I'm from Fayetteville, North Carolina.
North Carolina's here.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. East Coast. Here we go. Glad you made it. Welcome to the team. Who else?
Hello, my name is Bobette Morgan Simpson. I am from Connecticut.
Connecticut. Fantastic. Look at that. Welcome, man. Bobette, welcome
Yes.
to the team. Glad you made it on the call.
Thank you.
Who else? Anybody else out there brand new? We are getting running late, so I'm going to say last call. Welcome to RRR247 podcast, episode 32. We got a lot of great things happening, a lot of excitement, a lot to share. We're going to dive in really fast, so make sure you got something to write on. But if you're brand new, we would love to give you a chance to say hello, welcome you to the team. Click on the microphone or hold down the space bar on your keyboard. Say hello. Don't forget to tell us what state you're calling in from. Welcome to the call, and this is the last call, so we can get going. And it's our fault, I know, but we got to get going. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and hit some buttons here. Going to take care of that one. Then I'm going to hit this big button. And off we go. So again, welcome everybody to RRR247 podcast, episode 32. My name's Niall Letty. I'm calling in from Central Florida. I get really excited when I see the East Coast people and the Floridians log into the call, right? I've been in this industry, guys, for 35 years now. Can you believe that? I'm telling my age, ain't I? I don't look that old, do I, Dustin? I don't look a day over 28.
That's right.
But I've been in the industry for 35 years now. Guess what? I've worked with the Rickards for 30 of those 35 years. It's been an incredible journey, incredible ride. I'm not a techie. Well, I kind of am now because I love it. I wasn't a techie when I got started here. If you're not so great with a computer, you're my kind of people. You don't have to be. We got everything figured out. Everything is in place for you. All you got to do is plug in, follow the steps, watch the videos, learn from the people in front of you, whatever your goals are, whether you're here to just make part-time income, extra $500 or $1,000 a month to pad your retirement, pad your, your Social Security, whatever it is. We've got the plan and we got all the tools and everything in place for you to do that. If you want to make that much a week, we got that plan too. Because guess what? It's the same plan. It's just how much you plug into it. And if you want to make this your full-time career, like so many of us have, and reach for the stars or reach for much bigger income, that multi-generational income, we have that too. You know why? Because it's the same plan. It's how much of that plan you plug into. All you got to do is listen to your instructor, follow the steps in the training site, put forth the effort, be committed, be dedicated like I was 35 years old to become 35 years ago, to become a student of this industry, but the 35 years old was pretty close to. Become a student of this industry and become a good student of the system that we're working right now and follow the steps, follow the training. I'm a huge believer what one man can do, another man can do, or what woman can do, another woman can do. There are people that went right in front of you blazing a path. All you got to do is follow that path, follow the training, don't deviate, don't try to reinvent the wheel. Just use what Rory and Tanya have put together, and you're going to see how brilliant it is the further you deep into it. So for everybody, no matter what you're looking for here, we welcome you with open arms. Now listen, the first Tuesday of every month, I'm really going to introduce these two people to you because I think it's important for you to know who you're getting in business with and what they bring to the table. These are your business partners, right? You can go back and listen to some of the older recordings from the last several Tuesdays. But from this point forward, we started this a couple weeks ago. I'm only going to give you the full introduction to these two on the first Tuesday of every month because we got so much to give to you, so much information to get out to you that with the rest of the month, we want to take it, just get the microphone over to Rory and Tanya as much as we can. So today, I'm going to let them just dive right in to give you some incredible information. So without any further delay, I'm going to introduce somebody to you that I met 33 years ago, right? That fateful day in Miami when I flew down there to meet this Rory guy that I've been talking to on the phone for a year, shook his hand, looked in his eyes and said, I want to know this dude for the rest of my life. I want him to be a part of my life. And it was the best decision I ever made in my life. My brother, our mentor, the founder and creator of performance blogging, the co-founder of RRR247, all of our friends, all of our leader, Mr. Rickard, microphone's yours. Turn that camera on, take it over. We can't wait to hear what you got to say.
And keep this button. We got more people coming in like crazy, like they do. You guys, a lot to cover today. Things are freaking exciting, and on every Tuesday, we're gonna bring Trisha on and just touch base on our IBO program. Now, Trisha, you're with us, right?
Yes, I am.
There she is. Okay, guys, we need to make her super busy. She does an amazing job. She can handle a lot, and I say that just, we teach patients here, right? But we have one of the most incredible opportunities with this, and it happened faster than we ever anticipated. In fact, I can tell you this for all of us. Tricia was kind of me going, Rory, I don't know if we can get enough advertisers for how big RRR is. And I said, no, we'll be fine. It always works out for us because we do things right. The word will spread. And now we're at the point where we can put on so many more people right now. So where are we at, Tricia? How many can you take right now? And then I'll scope it out.
So we contracted with 5 advertisers today. And I am in the process of placing 14 people right now and my plate is clear. I need more. So we are placing everybody. You know, last week I said that I feel like I need 100 in the pipeline. Again, we're going to a big conference at the end of January where all the advertisers are, or beginning of January. Jim and I will be in Las Vegas together. I mean, I'm feeling as of today, I need 150 in the pipeline.
This is incredible. And I'm just going to tell you, this is blowing my mind, but I knew it. We know what happens when you do business right. You attract the right things. You guys, we're talking big money. We're talking, these advertisers are not spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. They're spending millions of dollars in advertising weekly. This is it's a big process. And so they need the right partnerships because guys, they got a lot of risk. Okay. A lot of risk. And so it's got to be done right. And the thing is we've already proven how we operate. We've already proven that we will not stand for anything that's not in our criteria. And they like that because it protects everybody. And you guys, what we want are the best of the best in this so that they go longer than the 6 months, longer than a year. We want the long-term gains from doing this properly. And you guys, we're in a good position on it. So again, if you don't know what IBO means or what it stands for, get with your instructor immediately. Instructors, we open this up. We're going to go to the 15th or halfway through October and see where we're at. We're doing this for all of our RRR247 family members and their extended family. And the extended family to me means cousins, well, nieces, nephews, and cousins. So like a little bit extended, okay? But they got, here's the catch. Their information needs to be submitted to the MSI. We got to add them into the CRM. We got to put them in the process. And then I want to make sure that we at least do a BRT with them to introduce them to what we are doing. They need to know what the community is. That's the catch. Okay. They don't need to participate, which we make everybody else do. This is, hey, because you're connected to our family member with us, you know, because you're related to Niall, we're going to open this up to you. But you guys, this goes to the 15th of October, and I'm probably going to shut it off. We want to make sure we have plenty of room for all of our new people coming in. We're in a good growth mode, and we want to make sure we have room for that. But because of how freaking awesome we've done and the word's getting out there, and Trish has been vetting these, you know, she tells me, these are solid advertisers, guys. They're well known for what they do, and we're winning them over. That's what we want. It's a great demand and supply happening. Let's go. And you know what? We get a lot of people set up here at the end of the year so that they get that going, and they're going to have a great 2026. And we want everybody pressing to build the business. But right now, we got that open. Okay. Trisha, did I miss anything for the update?
Rory, we also, I had sent you a flyer. I made a flyer for our promo that we're doing. So
Okay.
we'll get that out as well. The promo started today, going through October 30th.
I will send that out to everybody on the email system, and we'll send it through WhatsApp as well.
Okay, so we're going through October 31st, and just a little friendly competition. The MSI team that sends the most IBOs that qualify for the program, we're going to give $1,000 cash. Hopefully to have a team dinner or event or something in Florida. Second place $500, third place $250. So we definitely want to get that out there. That takes me to my
next part, Trisha. So hold on, I'm gonna do something really quick. You're got to unmute in a second. Trisha, if you can unmute, perfect. Okay, so you guys, what we're doing, you guys, we have an event coming up. November, basically the 10th to the 13th. Leaders got to be there the 9th. Okay. We're going to be announcing more things about the itinerary on Saturday. This Saturday, Tanya and I will open up the training with the itinerary for what's happening in Orlando, November, basically the 9th to the 13th. Everybody needs to get there on the 10th. We're going to have something on the 10th, the night of the 10th. And then we have full day training 11th and 12th. Okay. Now, the night of the 10th, that's going to be an interesting thing we'll talk about. But you guys, the full event, 11th and 12th. So you got to make sure you're there the 10th because we're going to start the night. But the 11th and 12th full day training. Now, you guys, there's some really good updates coming in. I'm going to put this flyer out there. But what Trish has offered from the IBO side of our business is a way to reward the MSI so they get cash to take their team out to an amazing dinner on like the night of the 11th. We're going to do a dinner on the 12th. Okay. all of us are going to dinner on the 12th in the event room. But on the night of the 11th, we're open for dinner, and this is what she's doing. So she's helping you guys. We want to help the MSIs to take their team out to a great dinner and have cash to do that. All right, and $1,000 goes a good way towards that. But this is something from the IBO side. All right, and it's also, you guys. I mean, this is, you guys, if you've been here for years, we do stuff like this all the time. We take care of things. So hold on one sec. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm going to get to some nitty gritty here, guys. We get to grow this in a very, very big way. Okay. And we like to reward the activities, but you guys, we're doing more and more things here to increase the incomes that are created, which takes us to our next thing in a second. So, Trisha, thank you so much for all you do, guys. Get with your instructor if you don't know what it is. I'll tell everybody, again, your credit score's got to be a 650 or better. But if you're like a 640, 630, submit it anyway so Trisha can help you do some things to get up there. She goes above and beyond.
I had 2 last night that were in the low 600s, and they followed the Experian Boost instructions, and they're over 650 now.
See what I'm talking about?
And it just took them 2 minutes. So I'm happy to work with anyone. I get on a private one-on-one call with anyone interested in the program to explain it, to make sure it's a good fit for you. So no pressure. We want to make sure it's a good fit for you.
Okay, now we're going to go to the next section. Thank you so much, Trisha. You guys, she'll be there.
I did want to say something. Hi guys, I'm Tanya. For those of you who haven't seen me for a while. Hi y'all, my name is Tanya. I just wanted to say, you guys, this is an amazing opportunity. Okay, because where else are you going to go where you're going to start your own business and people are going to help fund you to why you grow and develop your business? I mean, that's why Roy and I decided to go this path with the IBO stuff. Is because we wanted to have an opportunity for you guys to get some money in while you are starting your business here. So I mean, that's what this is all about. So you guys just let us know if we can help you out and do that. Trisha is great, and we'll just move forward. But it's really just something for you guys, and people don't even really get it. They don't understand it, but it is a great opportunity for those who can do it. So anyway, that's all. Go ahead, Roy.
Oh, Tanya, right? By the way, she'll be at the event, of course. And guys, there's a spark under her again because she's watching everything lines up, and it's fun to watch because it's like, I don't need any more pressure to go faster, but she gives it to me anyway. It's awesome. Okay. We're going to bring Dustin on, and you guys, Tanya, I don't know if you want to bring this up. You guys, Tanya's got a background in loan processing and in hard money loans and in being an underwriter of a lot of mortgage deals and commercial residential. Okay. The program we're about to talk about again, when she saw it laid out, what did you say, babe?
I just said it's an amazing deal. I also think the value of it is just amazing. You guys, I have 30 years experience, over 30 years experience in the financial industry. So in mortgage itself, not only that, but then also in hard money and private money. I've been all throughout that. And I'm just telling you guys, this is an opportunity. And I think you guys need to jump while the getting's good, because there's a lot of money. There's a lot of money in that industry, and it's good. It's good money. So
I'm gonna summary this up there. So and I won't go into all the context, but Tanya, you were underwriting the deals which were like big commercial type, the multifamily stuff, and you saw like 7 figures, even 8 figures on these loans, right?
Yeah, well, I did jumbo loans like those. I did some of those that you're talking about.
Well, yeah, but you've seen the value of these big
the
properties.
payout. I've seen the commissions that people
Yeah.
make. Yeah, I saw that too, and I was like, I'm in the wrong industry of the financial world, because I'm like signing my name to approve loans. I'm like, I need to be over there. So yeah.
So I'm just going to bring this up before we bring Dustin on. And Dustin, I've been thinking about this a lot as we transform things, and also, you guys, I missed our partner meeting today, and I have some things I really need to talk to him about because there's some stuff being put together. I talked to the MSIs today. and I'm going to add a little bit of importance to this, but we're watching this thing just prove out to an incredible reality. And we've always wanted a real estate program because real estate, guys, is just one of those major areas you should be into. I don't know anyone of substantial wealth that doesn't have a portfolio of real estate, something going on. I don't. I just don't. And so, at RRR247, right, we get to help everybody that need help that no one else is going to help. And we get to help the business minded as well. And we get to help grow people in their mentality and their understanding of things. And now we have the Evolve program, which allows us to help people really make some life-changing income. And it seems too good to be true until you start realizing what it is. But, I never really thought about it as something too good to be true, because I've witnessed this in the real estate side. You guys, we created leads for real estate since '89. We've been part of the aspect of it. And there's a lot of money in residential, but there's insane money when you start talking the commercial, the multifamily. It's a whole different ballpark. And what we have, because of what these guys have created in our team with Evolve, is a way to involve anybody willing to be teachable and do the work to be part of the biggest money ever in the real estate side without risking their own funds. And Tanya, when we were first going over this, she's like, what do you mean they have funding? Like, that is the number one problem. Like, she would have to deal with hard money people and try to get these deals. And if you didn't have enough hard money or you didn't have enough pockets, you couldn't close deals that were cherry because you didn't have the funds. We don't have that problem. So I don't know if people understand how important this is. Nobody has what we have. Dustin, would you come on? Well, you guys, I'm going to segue for a second. Dustin, how many deals do we have that are possible LOIs right now? Do you know the number? You gave it to me earlier. I don't know. Like, real quick, it's 9:30, September 30th. We had our first 2-day event to explain this to everybody on the 12th and 13th of July.
That's right.
Okay, so we're talking August, September. Like, we're basically into 2.5 months in, which isn't a long time. And where are we sitting right now?
Right. I have to be honest, it's way more than I thought would happen. And so I'm on fire right now. We have 20 LOIs that are in the process, either signed or going to be signed this week. So that is huge. And we just barely started this thing. So we are on fire.
I got to tell you, the partners, we're all like, so I knew that we would do this. I thought we would take a little longer to learn it. All right. So you guys, we have MSIs that jumped right in and they're submitting deals. They're learning this. Why? Well, I want them to prove it out because you guys know how we are. If you know that it works, now your conviction about it is so high because you know it works. But I didn't think they'd get like 5 deals going, 6 deals going. And the thing about it is what we've taught everybody to do as a blogger, a performance blogger, the education experience to go find things online and hunt things, we're surpassing everybody's minds because we did this to do other things, but we applied it to this industry. We're kicking its butt. And guess what? We're just scratching the surface. There's, how many deals you told me there's like 1 million deals out there. We just got to go get them. There's so many.
That's right.
So
That's
when
exactly
we say
right.
we put 10,000 people in here and teach them how to do this right, that's what we can do. We don't even have 100 chasing it right now.
No.
And guess what? There's no limit to what we can submit. It's not like, hey, we can only fund 10-year deals a year. There's no limit. We have billions of dollars. You guys, this is just the most insane thing. Now
I can't stress how important that is, you guys. The funding's already there. You don't have to wait for anything. That is just phenomenal. And I know if you guys aren't in that industry, you don't understand, but this is totally a great opportunity. So don't walk, run. That's all I have to say.
So we did this thing on the Wednesdays, right? And by the way, I'm going to have Shane on there just to guide me, just because he's like my lucky charm. The last 2 Wednesdays, Dustin, I've made serious contacts. And I'm talking, I work an hour. And I'm finding deals. And I had this broker that I talked with. So a girl called me back late. She talked to me and then she hooked me up with the broker. And then he and I talked the next day for a couple hours. And he's submitting me deals that are out-of-pocket special stuff. And the number one thing he said was, Rory, we get great deals, but they can't finance it. Or it gets to the table, and at the end of it, they can't get the financing to go through. We don't have that issue because we have basically we have so many different avenues of funding. And he's like on fire. You guys, nobody has what we have. There is nobody out there that has this. And so I want to really stress it. And then I'm gonna go on the basis of this, right? So you guys, we had a lot of people that jumped right in the 2-day to learn. In case you didn't know, there's people here that know what we do works. They just jumped in and went. And now we're training them on every Wednesday, and we're going to progress to go forward. There's some cool things coming. I'm going to leave it there. But we need to get everybody to do a 2-day to understand things. So I know, Dustin, okay, you guys, we're going to have people here, our MSIs, and we're starting to teach everybody that came in how to do this too, where we're going to hold their hand through the process. But we have MSIs that are going to make some serious freaking cash. Like more money than they probably made the last 10 years this year, maybe more than that. Like some serious life-changing cash. And you guys, they're not looking to like make this cash and run. They're looking like, hey, I want to learn how to do this so I can teach my teams how to do this and teach them how to do this. And you guys, it's nice to make $5,000, $10,000 a month, but when you have a win that pays you hundreds of thousands of dollars, well, kiss your other job goodbye. You could do this full time and start cranking out everything we do here. We talk about time and financial freedom. Having real estate as part of our umbrella here truly allows us to deliver the message we want to take to everybody. And I'm going to talk about multifamily for a second. And then Dustin, I want you to come in. You guys, I've been talking to brokers, right? I've been networking. I'm doing all this stuff. And I get more coming at me, right? It's almost like insane. We are at the beginning of what is going to be a huge bubble of multifamily. And I know, Dustin, you guys have talked about it before. You guys see it. You see the trends. But let me just say this, and I'm going to have Dustin talk. When we said we got in here early, you guys, one of the things we've been really good at RRR is being ahead of the freaking curves. If the curve hits you and you jump into it, you're usually too late. We're before it. And every single broker, when I break down what we're looking for and where we're going, they're like, we see this too, but you guys are way more put together than anybody we've worked with. And I'm like, that's what it's going to be. So in case you guys want to know, timing on this is now. Get in, learn it, get going. Like anything, there's a learning curve. This is why we train every Wednesday to teach you the learning curve on how we do it. Because the better we do it, the more we're going to teach you guys. We are the biggest community to help everybody rise up. Just because this has extra zeros on it, not an extra zero, zeros. Doesn't change how we operate here. Our integrity is solid no matter the dollar amount. This is just fun. Okay, Dustin.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And it's great to meet everyone. My name's Dustin Richardson. I have been a full-time real estate investor for over 25 years now. It's all I've ever done. Right out of high school, I started investing. And what I have learned, you guys, is it's not about who you know, it's who knows you. Who's going to pick up the phone when you call? Who's going to take a look at your deal? Who's going to fund your deal? What value do you bring to the table? And so what happened with me, I don't want to get too into my story. A lot of you maybe already met me, but some of you haven't. So I knew when I first got started in real estate investing that I was really weak on the construction side. And so I always, partnered with contractors. I partnered with builders. I always brought in a partner. I would do my part. I would go find the deal or do this or that, put the money together. But I excelled at the construction side to where I partnered with a builder. We set up our own construction company. I now have a business where I handle buy and hold renovations for multi-billion-dollar hedge funds. And so I make a lot of money on the construction side, and that has given me a very unique insight into real estate in general. Now, there's something that Rory said that I really like. He said that basically, 90% of wealthy people either make their money or hold their money in real estate. So I don't care if you guys are making $250,000 a year, generating leads or marketing, or if you're a doctor, a lawyer, it does not matter what you do to make money. Eventually, you need to learn how to either pick up real estate or invest in real estate or manage real estate. Okay. It really comes down to, food, water, shelter, those types of things is where you're going to have safety and protection and freedom for yourself and your family. I also like what Niall said about generational wealth. That's really what this is about, you guys, is we want to help all of you have generational wealth. And I'm going to talk about how we do that. So what happened with me specifically, because one of the most important metrics that I look at is new construction permits that are being pulled. So I monitor that like crazy. That tells you a lot what's happening. So if you guys have been watching YouTube videos for the last 5 years, you've been seeing all these videos that are saying real estate's going to crash. Well, I can tell you that right now, hedge funds like BlackRock are buying up all of the single family homes and they're holding them as rentals. Okay. And so for that reason, real estate has not crashed, but there's some interesting things going on right now in the world. As all of you well know, inflation is through the roof. And because of that, builders are not building nearly enough homes, especially starter homes, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, up to 1,800 square feet. And they're not building apartment buildings. And so there's all these forces pushing up and down. And because of that, we have one of the most massive opportunities, at least the biggest opportunity in my career, I think in the last 40 years in multifamily right now. The thing that scares people away from multifamily is that you're talking about tens of millions of dollars. And so I've never met someone that said, I don't want to get into multifamily. Why wouldn't you want to when you can make millions of dollars? But the fear that people have is, I don't have the experience, I don't have the credit, I don't have millions of dollars, I don't have the connections, these types of things, okay? Well, that's where we come in. So because of my background in construction, I met an individual named Austin Pritchett. Now, Austin is, and I'll be honest, he's kind of a trust fund baby. He comes from a real estate family of developers, but it is kind of cool because his dad made him buy him out. So I thought that was kind of cool. But Austin was very creative with the people side of the business. I always say that real estate comes down to data and people. Okay, and so Austin knew he was creative with the people side of the business, but he needed to understand the numbers. And so he went to an Ivy League college, he got a degree in finance, and he worked on Wall Street. So he was an investment banker, he worked for real estate investment trusts, he worked for multi-billion-dollar hedge funds, and he did underwriting on thousands and thousands of multifamily deals. And so, when I met Austin, he approached me to do construction and renovations on his multifamily projects. And he said, you know what, you have some experience in the real estate education side of the business. And I said, yeah, I know enough about it to know that I hate real estate education. So much of it is just scam, scam, scam. People out there that have never actually done a lot of projects and they're trying to sell education, and I hate it. But yes, I know a lot of people. I understand that industry. And he said, well, I'll tell you what, I am not interested in real estate education, but I am interested in training people how to go out there and find deals. And I said, well, that's interesting. Tell me more. And he said, well, I've been so successful with my real estate business that I have billions of dollars lined up for multifamily projects anywhere in the United States, but I need people to go out there and find the deals. In other words, I have the money, I have the data, I have the experience. I worked on Wall Street, I worked for companies like BlackRock. I have the financial models, but I need the people to just contact brokers like Rory was talking about and find these off-market deals. And so how do we do that? And I said, well, you know, you would need a way of vetting out these deals, because what happens, you guys, when people get started in real estate investing, they don't know what they don't know. And so you can spin your wheels. You can spend weeks going down the rabbit hole on a project that is not a good deal. So what I did when I first got started is I was a bird dog, okay? Now, a bird dog means you just go out there and try to find a house. I was dealing with residential that might be a deal, it might be something good, but you really don't know how to do the due diligence. You don't know how to vet it out. We call it throwing spaghetti against the wall to see what sticks. And so you send it to an investor and you try to find someone who knows what they're doing, that's willing to sit and go down the rabbit hole to see if it's a real deal. Now, as a bird dog in residential, you might make $500 or $1,000, okay? And then as you get some experience and you learn how to do the due diligence yourself, now you become a wholesaler, and that's where you package a deal with all of the information, everything that's needed, and then you present that to, you know, a handful of investors, 10 different investors, and you say, who's willing to pay me the most amount of money? And you might get 20 or 30 or $40,000 as a wholesale fee, which is really good, and I did a ton of that. Okay. Well, the problem with multifamily is there's a lot more moving parts. There's a lot more due diligence that you have to understand, and you have to spend some money doing the due diligence. So in talking to Austin, I said, you know, if we had a way to develop an AI portal, artificial intelligence, that could pull data and verify the information that a newbie was putting in, then what you're talking about would make sense. And I kind of forgot about the conversation because I was just like, I don't have a background in computers. I'm definitely no AI expert. All right. So a few weeks later, Austin calls me up and he said, hey, Dustin, guess what? The system's almost developed. And I was like, what are you talking about? Well, like I said, you guys, it's not about who you know, it's who knows you. So Austin, you know, multimillionaire, his neighbor is a guy by the name of Tanner Barlow. And if I can pull up, I don't know if I can share my screen, but let's see. Okay, whoops. If you can see my screen, then you can see this is Austin on the left. Okay.
No, not
So
yet, Dustin. Not yet.
you cannot see it. Okay.
You should be able to share. Go down the bottom, hit that green button. You should be able to share.
Oh, okay. I did click on share, but then I didn't actually share. So then you guys, if I can do real estate investing, any of you can do it. I can promise you that. So okay.
I'm gonna pause for 1 second before you cover this. You guys, this is really important. I'm gonna tell you something. We've been learning how to do this and get better at it, which we're gonna share with everybody. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm serious, anybody can do this. And that's, you guys remember, we teach everybody how to do things. And so we've been figuring this out and we've been building it into the learning management system. So when somebody gets involved with this, we want to see them get a deal fast. So we're going to show you how to do all that. So I just want you guys to know, like, I knew there'd probably be a challenge on it, but this has been going, I even hate to say this because it's been going so much easier than I thought it would go. All right, Dustin, go ahead.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So this is Austin over here on the left. And I hate to throw out these big numbers, but it's the reality is he's got well over $1 billion in projects right now. And so you know, he is big time. Now over here on the right, Tanner Barlow. So Tanner Barlow, and it makes me angry because these guys are like 10 years younger than me. So I'm like, oh, you're taller than me, you're more successful than me. What's going on here? No, I'm just kidding. So, okay. Tanner Barlow, one of the top individuals in AI in the country. He was a top web engineer for Microsoft, you guys. He since got, you know, swallowed up by a medical firm, and he's building another $1 billion company. But what happened was Austin approached his next door neighbor, who's his good friend, and told him about what we were trying to build here. And he said, Tanner, I know this is below your pay grade, but maybe you have an underling that would want to help, build this out. And Tanner said, are you kidding? I love it. That's amazing. So, and Rory can attest to this, you guys, but they are literally like, I get little video clips from Tanner every single day saying, hey, we just added this function to the AI portal. We just added this. We built this out. We're making it better in this way. And it is so cool that he's an owner in this project to where, we have someone that is constantly optimizing it. So the big thing is, we have financial models, and what this enables you to do is you come to the 2-day event that we have scheduled. It does not guarantee that you're going to be a deal finder, but anyone can be a deal finder if you fit the criteria. You'll understand what that means once you go to the 2-day. But when you become a deal finder, what happens is this. We do weekly live trainings and we teach you the types of deals that we're looking for. You plug them into the AI portal and you get immediate feedback. So it's actually the best training on the planet, but it's not training. The reason I say it's the best training is because we are willing to share all of our secret tips and tricks, and we're going to lift the kimono and show you everything because we want you to find deals, because we're going to partner with you on the deals. Okay. Now, what that means when you're a deal finder is you are on the operating agreement of the LLC, the company that is set up to do the project. You are on it's called the HUD statement or the settlement statement, and you get equity in the project. All right. So you are getting a percentage of the profit. Now, the types of deals that we're doing right now are 10, 20, 30 million dollar deals, you guys, the profit. So it's life-changing money. And what we're doing right now is conversion. So we're taking motels, C-class apartments and converting them to B-class apartments. So in other words, we're renovating the units, increasing the rent, which adds tens of millions of dollars of value, and then we're flipping those, okay? So what happens is this: you plug in a deal, the AI portal gives it a score. And so, let's just say that there are 100 steps to completion on a project, and the AI portal makes you get through the first 8 steps of that 100. And if everything looks good, then we step in. Our team will negotiate with the owner. We bring in the experience, we bring in the capital, and we close on the project. You can shadow the project all the way through and learn from us and see everything that happens. Or if you just love the thrill of the kill, then just move on to the next project. And that's what we are doing. So the AI portal actually is kind of for us. It helps you. But what it does is it enables us to not go down the rabbit hole on all of these projects being plugged in, okay? So like I mentioned in the beginning, I have been shocked at how good the deals are that Triple R is submitting into the portal. I mean, these are way better than anything I thought would happen. I was a little bit skeptical just because it's taken me 25 years to learn how to do real estate investing. We have people that are figuring this out in 2-3 weeks, submitting deals to where they're going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I'm going to show a couple of quick case studies. These are actuals, okay? I would not sit here and do earnings claims and throw out fraudulent numbers on deals that are not real deals. So this is a project in Utah, and this is one that Austin found himself. So this is not a real deal finder fee, but this is just one he threw in. If this would have been from a deal finder, they would have made $425,000 on this one. Okay, let's look at another one. This one is an actual. We have the HUD statement. This is an individual that simply found a deal and they made $700,000 on it. Okay, so this is the type of money that we're talking about. I'm going to quickly show you the very biggest deal with the deal finder, or maybe it's not in there. Okay, the biggest deal, someone made $2.5 million, you guys. That is that's a real deal. And that's the kind of money that we're talking about. Okay. So I want to kind of shift a little bit and help you guys understand something else, because we are very, very grateful to our deal finders, okay, to all of you. So what happened when Austin built the AI portal, or Tanner actually built it, and then they came to me and they said, okay, it's your time to perform. You told us that you can get an army of people around the country. And I was like, oh boy. So we approached Rory and I said, Rory, I know you have the best of the best, people that want to start businesses or business owners, people that are motivated, that are smart, and you have an army of people. Let's partner up. And it's been such an amazing marriage on that side of it. And so what we're doing is we have a 2-day live event. And for everyone that comes to that event, you are getting this commercial calculator tool. Now, this tool took a really good friend of mine who is one of the biggest builders in San Diego, California. It took him about 35 years to build this. He has been selling this tool for $40,000 for the last several decades, okay? And you're going to get this for coming to the 2-day event. So I just want you guys to understand. I'm going to go through this tool a little bit and help you understand, because the gratitude that we have to our deal finders is not just, hey, you can come in and you can make life-changing money by plugging deals in for us, but we want you to have the knowledge to be able to take that $500,000 that you make from us and go build your own portfolio. Okay. Now, what I mean by that, you guys, is we are looking for projects that are 50 units, 100 units, 1,000 units. We love the big stuff and we have the money lined up for the big stuff. But if you make, $740,000 as a deal finder, you have the capital to be able to go in and pick up a 20-unit apartment building and bring freedom to yourself and to your family, because you're able to increase the rents to offset more than inflation. You will always be protected, and you can pass on that, apartment building to your kids and your grandkids and leave a legacy. So that's what Niall said, and I really love that. So what this commercial calculator tool does, and it takes about a year to really master it. Well, I say that. You guys could probably master it in a couple of months, but typically it takes someone a while to learn this. 25% of multifamily properties are sold seller finance, okay? So that means that 1 in 4 multifamily apartment buildings, the seller is saying, I'll just finance the down payment, or I'll finance the whole thing. Now you have to ask yourself, why would that be? The reason is because there are millions of people out there that want to own apartment buildings. In fact, everyone wants to. You know what I mean? I know that everyone on this podcast, on this webinar, that you want mailbox money. And the cool thing, you guys, is you don't even have to go out to your mailbox anymore. My thing is traveling around the world. That's what I do most of the time, is I travel. And I love to sit on a beach, and I just got back from Madeira, which is off the coast of Portugal. And I was sitting on a beach and checking my laptop and going, wow, 40 grand was just deposited, or 80 grand, or whatever that month, is for you. Okay. So this tool alone can help you to get to that point. What happens is you'll have a doctor who is making millions of dollars, but they're busy being a surgeon. And so, they're tired of getting 8% a year in the stock market. And so, they put $1 million down on an apartment building, and they don't understand real estate. They don't know how to manage contractors remotely. They don't know the questions to ask to a property manager. So what I'm trying to help you guys understand is we're not just saying, hey, bring us the deals and you know, we make the lion's share and we give you, you know, a little bird dog fee. No, we're bringing you in as an equity partner, giving you a ton of the equity that equates to life-changing money. And then we want to give you the tools and the skills and the knowledge to be able to go out and deploy that money into the safest asset on the planet. Okay, apartments, multifamily. So when I first got started in multifamily, this is what I did. I knew the construction side. I got this tool and I mastered it and I understood the numbers. What this tool does is it enables you to run the numbers the way that Marcus and Milchap runs their numbers, the biggest commercial brokerage in America. Okay. And so the concept of this tool is there are thousands and tens of thousands and millions of mismanaged properties, apartment buildings, 1 to 40 units. So the smaller stuff that we don't care about, we want you guys to deploy your money into it. And that's what I want to focus on for the rest of this training. So you're able to approach, let's say, a doctor that is, you know, had so much excitement about their 20-unit apartment building, and now it is a complete nightmare. And they don't know how to manage it. And they trusted the wrong people and they didn't know the questions to ask. And we put that property under contract, and then we bring the numbers to them in such a way that we say, hey, I need you to provide this and this and this, and they're not able to do it, or they have bad numbers. And we say, well, here's what's wrong with your property. Here's why you have to lower the list price to this. Or another approach is, I know how to manage your property, so I'm going to come in with no money out of my pocket, but we're going to partner up on this deal, and I will get it cash flowing positive. Okay? So I'm going to quickly go through these tabs. Obviously, I don't have time to explain all of this, you guys, but you know, you can enter the portal, the AI portal. You can get access to this. Potentially become a deal finder, but you'll get access to this tool. And, you know, we have trainings that you can also get plugged into to learn how to use it. All right. So we have these tabs here at the bottom. This first tab is, let me make sure. No. Okay. Current. Yes. All right. This is the first tab. So what this is going to do is tell you the income and expenses. All right. So basically, the interest rate of the loan will impact your payments, and this will help you understand. Okay, you know, interest rates just went down. How's that going to affect this or that? You know, it basically helps an investor know, you know, the required down payment if you're going to get a loan. And by the way, you guys, it is a totally different ball game when you're getting conventional financing. But I recommend just make some cash as a deal finder and pay cash for these deals. If you come in with cash, you know, that's where you're really going to be just protected the rest of your life. Okay. So this is going to help you understand the current performance of a multifamily property, the ROI projections, all of that. Okay. Or sorry, that's the next tab, the projections. Okay. This is going to help us understand the market rate adjustments. And so we're able to look at, okay, what are you charging for rent? Maybe they're way under the market. And so we can adjust it up to, you know, if this was at the market rates, would I be cash flowing, you know, or would I be able to, you know, sell this to someone and make a ton of money on it? All right. Let's see. This is also basically expense optimization is what this is going to do. So, you know, if you're wanting to do a deal yourself, this is going to help you. But what I did a lot of when I first got started in multifamily is I would use this tool to get a property under contract at a really good price, and then I would go flip the paper to another investor and make a couple $100,000. So that's another thing that we can do. Okay. All right, analysis. So what we have is something called an IP, or an investor packet. And this analysis allows us to look at the current as well as the projected, and we can pull that information and put it in a IP, or an investor packet, and submit that to wholesale buyers, other investors. And by the way, you guys, it's so easy to get wholesale buyers. Okay, all you have to do is go to someone that is called an accommodator. An accommodator is a person that facilitates 1031 exchange investors. So there are a ton of people out there that are, they're selling an apartment building and they're leveraging up, and they do what's called a 1031. They don't want to pay taxes. So they have to find a really good deal in the next 30 days, that type of thing. So you go to an accommodator and they go, I have 20 people and I want to bring good deals to them. So paper flipping is easy, but like I said, it's easier to be a deal finder and make $500,000, and then use this tool to go find these amazing, deal of the week, and just buy it yourself and keep the cash flow. Okay. The analysis IP is goes in deeper, and if you're going to bring in a partner, this would be able to break down the numbers for them, or a wholesaler. So you can see it's pretty complex, you guys. This tool that you're getting, it took a long time to build this. Now the LOI, I would say this alone is worth $10,000 just to have this, because in multifamily, it's not done through showing a proof of funds. Okay. You're able to lock up a $10 million apartment building with an LOI. An LOI is a letter of intent. And with this LOI, this has the verbiage in it to protect you, but also shows the seller that you know what you're doing. And in other words, this allows you to get a multifamily property locked up to where legally the seller cannot sell that apartment building to someone else. Okay. So we get it locked up. We have, 60 days, 30 days to do our due diligence. On this, we have a full month and 45 days to close. So it gives us plenty of time to dig in and decide if we want to buy it ourselves, or, try to flip that contract to another investor. Okay. Now, what happens once we get the LOI, you still have to do what's called a PSA, a purchase and sale agreement. So we have two LOIs, one if we're doing bank financing, one if the seller is financing, but we also need a letter of interest from a bank. And this gives us, a breakdown of the numbers that we would submit to a lender to get that in order to, take down the property ourselves if we're going to use some leverage and financing. This tab right here is called the assumption lender. So the lender is going to have to see all these numbers. In other words, you guys, it is a litmus test. Okay. In multifamily, we don't have to show a bank statement with $10 million. We have to break down the numbers and show that we know what we're doing. Okay. All right, you guys, what this is a rehab tab that enables us to remotely figure out the construction without having to, pay an inspector, pay for an appraisal, pay for all these things. So what we do is, once we get a property under contract, we will have the seller FaceTime with us. There's an app called Marco Polo, and we go through and make them, show us video of, the AC units and this or that. And we plug this information in, and I'll try to give you a quick example. I could go very deep into this, but let me just give you a quick example. So I'm a builder, I'm a contractor, and I know that construction is a very risky part of real estate investing. So for example, if you're getting a bid from a contractor, I know that they are having, let's say for some plumbing work, okay, they're going to have specialty work that they do have to pay a plumber $200 an hour, but then part of it is also manual labor that they might only be paying $20 an hour. So what this tab does is it breaks it down the exact way that an actual builder would calculate out their numbers. Okay. So very, very powerful. This, if you're getting Fannie or Freddie loans, this helps you calculate out, changing the interest rate and what would my profit be on that. Okay. So I won't go any deeper into that. What I don't want you guys to do is have your eyes glaze over and go, whoa, multifamily is way too complicated because it is a complicated business, but we are going to teach you what we're looking for. You guys go out and find the deals and plug them in, and you'll get instant feedback. And you will learn in that process. Literally, it's like having myself sitting next to you, the AI portal, and you plug in a deal and it comes back and it's a 5 out of 10 on the score. And I go, nope, it's bad because of that. Well, now I'm not going to waste my time anymore. You guys need to understand time is your most important commodity, no matter what business you're in, especially in real estate, especially in multifamily. You can go down the rabbit hole for weeks and weeks and weeks on a property that was never a deal to begin with. And so that's why we built the AI portal. We're going to teach you all about multifamily and why right now, you guys, lenders are doing what is called extend and pretend, because interest rates doubled in a weekend, as you guys know. And there are many people that bought on cap rate, meaning they didn't really buy that good of a deal. They just wanted to buy an apartment building. And now the recasting is happening on all of these loans. So now what was a positive cash flow is a negative cash flow, but it's still way cheaper than you could build anything because of inflation. So I guess what I'm getting at, you guys, is the opportunity is massive. Right now, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. And I just cannot believe that we have within a couple of months, and a handful of deal finders, we just launched this thing. And so we need deal finders. We will change your life. I promise you that it will change your life. Not only, your retirement, but your belief in yourself, and you'll see what's possible. And then we're going to make sure that you can take that money and we'll teach you how to go deploy it into your own apartment buildings. So that's what I have to cover.
If you want to do that. Some of us don't want to be landlords, so you don't have to. But Dustin, I like how you put that out there. Okay, guys, I'm going to say something. I talk about taste a lot. Getting one of these deals done, that's going to elevate your taste to a whole new level. And I like that about this more than anything, which was why we want to press it. And you guys, AI, the internet, and then the use of the knowledge how to use the internet allows us to make this happen. And you guys, we teach you guys the basics and then the advanced stuff of everything. Dustin, thank you so freaking much.
Absolutely.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go from here to the millionaire course. Okay, you guys all know where to go for that. I'm going to put out an announcement to Goya about this, but it's coming right now. I'm holding it back. I'm going to put it out later. Everybody that's done the 100 that qualified last week or this week comes here. If you got a PBS student by Sunday of last week or through Sunday of this week, come into the next thing. It's a millionaire course. I'll see you guys there. I got a nugget to drop on you guys today. It's going to keep a lot of you guys up. So I'm just telling you right now, I had an incredible awakening, and I realized I needed to share it with you guys. It's happening tonight. So I'll see everybody in the millionaire course. And then, guys, get on the tickets. This is something we do ongoing. We're going to be teaching a lot of stuff on Saturday. And we're going to announce the schedule for the event. And then, you guys, we're lining this stuff up there. Okay, now, before the Evolve program, we were like, hey, how can we create, 100 millionaires? What do you got to do? Now that we have the Evolve program, it's like, I think we can create 1,000 millionaires and work towards 10,000 because the numbers are just there. Okay. trust the processes, do the work, and realize even though we're teaching you how to do everything along the RRR247 path of the PBS, the marketing, the CRM, all the skill sets, it gets you ready for things like this. It's the understanding, it's the patterns, it's how to organize your day so you can accomplish more. Right. Love you guys. Everybody for the Millionaire Course. I'll see you over.